Hey everybody, welcome back to the Print3D channel. Today is August 30th, and that means day 242 of the 3DP 365 project. And on today's episode, we printed out this very cool Dragon Penholder, so stick around. Hey everybody, welcome back, and thank you for joining me here for day 242 of the 3DP 365 project. On today's episode, we printed out this very cool Dragon Penholder, and our print turned out awesome. I am very happy with the results. This is a very, very cool design. This is actually one of 3 different designs you can choose from the post. And we downloaded this model from my mini factory, and I'll put the link down in the description so you guys can download and print this yourself. And our version, our Dragon Penholder, this version of it, the print actually turned out really, really good. But this is actually my second attempt at printing this. I did use multiple processes, and I'll talk about that in a couple minutes. But first I want to talk about the problem I had with this model. And the problem is because of these spikes, and this is the version with the shorter spikes. There's another version with very long spikes on this. And the problem was with the tops of the spikes when it was coming in to do its infill or its top layers in the perimeter area, it wasn't filling in all the way. And I actually have the print right here. And I don't know if you can see this or not, but you can see in some of the spikes, some of those little curvatures of the perimeters weren't filling in all the way. And I've seen this issue before, and it's because there's just too much geometry on a certain angle for 3 perimeters to actually handle all that it needs to do to complete the model's design. And I did use multiple processes, and you can see in here I have different infill amounts. So what I ended up doing is going back into Simplify 3D and reducing the model to 80% of the original size, scaling it down 20%, and adding an additional perimeter. So what we ended up printing this model with is a 0.2 millimeter layer height with 4 top layers, 3 bottom layers, and 4 perimeters. And we also used multiple processes to save a little bit of plastic, and I didn't think it needed to have so much infill during some of the parts of the printing. Plus I wanted to play a little bit more with the variable settings wizard. So what we ended up doing, and I can show you on the larger version because you can actually see inside and see, we started off with 15% infill for the first 5 millimeters, and then from about 5 millimeters up to 60 millimeters, I reduced it down to 3% infill because I just wanted to have, with using multiple perimeters, and I figured with all this geometry, it's going to be sturdy enough, so I really don't need a lot of infill. And once we got near the top, I changed the infill amount up to 10%. And that's how we printed this model, and it turned out successful. As you can see, by reducing it down 20% from the original size and adding that extra perimeter, all those little areas filled in. Now I know reducing the size, it helped it incredibly. That I probably could have used 3 perimeters. But when I previewed it in Simplify 3D with 3 perimeters, I could still see inside some of the areas, and I could see the lighter color perimeter signified in Simplify 3D still showing quite a lot. So when I added the 4 perimeters, that started to go away and it started to smooth out the geometry. And it took about 6.5 hours to print. It was kind of a long print just for this little bit of a pen holder. But the print itself, it turned out awesome. We used some of that MatterHackers Pro PLA brown filament, and my gMax did such a good job on this print. I am very happy with it. There are no blobs, there are no globs, there are no layer skips or layer shifts. I moved the seam into a certain area, I believe it's at 300 by 350, and it put it up in the inside. You can totally see the seam. But on the outside, if I rotate this, you won't be able to spot anywhere on the model where the seam is, and that's very cool. It's nice to have the ability to change exactly where your seam is going to be. And I also used my 0, 90, 45 degrees on my top layers just to make sure everything turned out really smooth. So the interior of the pen holder, the bottom, the very last top layer is very, very clean. There's no gaps in between the lines of filament, so that's very cool. So I'm really happy with this print. I think this turned out really, really awesome. And like I said, I'll put the link down in the description so you guys can download and put this one yourself. And we downloaded this one from my mini factory, and there are 3 different designs available. And I think this is a very cool model, and it's going to make a really cool addition to my desk. Well, that about wraps it up for day 242 of the 3DP 365 project. If you're looking for ways to support the channel, check out the affiliate links down in the description. If you use the MatterHackers, Amazon, or GearBest links, it'll kick a little bit back to the channel. It won't cost you a penny, and we really appreciate it. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, comment, like, and share those videos, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.